Yo, 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 good morning. What's up, Eric? What's up, Peoples? What's up, David, Lilit, Miggy, Romeo, Mel, David, Deep, J, E, Evis, Jack, E. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Ruff. Good morning, Mark. I think I said E twice. Yeah, I did. Good morning, Afghani. Oh, dreaming to kick things off. Good morning, Dondu. Sorry, guys. Just dealing with a lot over here. Did you keep those Netflix puts or cut them yesterday? No, they're... I think I took profit end of day yesterday. They were up. 50 likes before the market starts. Alright, so today I have SPY set, of course, duh. I mean, we always watch SPY. Mainly watching over 433. This is the pre-market high. And I like that level a lot because it's over the previous day open. It's over this little resistance here. So 433 is a perfect open range breakout. We can look for retest and stuff. A really good break below will be under the previous day close, previous day low area. So keep both these levels on watch. But that's kind of your set range right at open. And we're kind of smack dab in the middle of it. Maybe a little bit more to the upside. But basically that's your opening range breakout plan. Of course, you want to look for better retest, of course. If you end up not getting better retest, make sure to draw your fibs from the open range breakout to the top of the first move before it slows down. Then you can see if it's still holding the control point or the golden pocket for a better short-term retest. Again, because we know not all retests come back to the level they break out. Sometimes they give you a single candle. Sometimes they don't do that at all. They just keep rallying. So be very careful with that. I also set Apple on my watch list today, watching over 186.15 or 184.90, as well as Nvidia, watching above 411.40 or below 406.30s. We'll also keep a good track on a lot of the major sectors. I don't watch all 11 of the main, but I do click between XLK, which is tech, XLV, which is healthcare, XLF, which are banks, XLY, which is discretionary, and XLC, which are comms. Again, this helps me navigate the market just by being able to go through a lot of the major sectors of the market. Again, because, you know, if all these are pushing up to the same high, I have to assume SPY is pushing higher, and if it's not, then we know that a lot of the smaller sectors, as well as small caps, are probably doing the opposite, the exact opposite. So it's just good to know that information. But good morning, everybody. Glad to have you all in here. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Yeah. Bigger time frame information, a little bit different than that. We're actually holding a super good area. Basically, as long as we hold yesterday's lows, you should be good for bounces up to 433. As well as the 9 EMA. So 433, 434 area, I'd watch for buyer reactions up to. But we had a bearish kicker yesterday after a failed attempt of retaking support. So be very careful. If any green day that pops up here is one of two things. We're either seeing them act as actual bullish support, they're trying to build some consolidation above here, or you're seeing another bearish retest. So be very careful. If they don't get back over 433, 9 EMA on the daily, this is not looking good. They will probably come back down a little bit more, but there's a lot of news this week, so I would be more concerned with that more than the daily time frames positioning. And yeah, market tip. And good morning, Jazz. Good morning, John. Glad to have you all here. Good morning, Chris. What's everyone watching today? I gave you guys a quick, brief explanation on what I'm looking at this morning. Love to see what you guys are looking at. I'm going to just zoom into kind of just covering the second half of that day and then cover today's smaller levels. Let's watch over 433. First 5 minutes though, popping up, smacking the first resistance in sight, wicking down instantly. And turning red instantly. Very aggressive opening. Let's see, tech kind of weighing down against the 9 EMA, nothing crazy though. Oh, I guess we could draw our supply demand, I forgot to do that. So I'm gonna go from my high of day to my last green open candle, add a couple days. It gives me supply. We already have our open basically marked with this monthly emerging candle. And then we're gonna also do the same thing but for here. Healthcare, I'm gonna include that level. Bottom of the green candle before the reversal back up to the top of the last red candle. This creates an area of demand. Again, it's short-term demand, and we know that because it's from yesterday, so it's short-term. This isn't crazy hold information. This is just good short-term information. Another area of demand, supply, demand, discretionary. Sometimes when I don't see a perfect reversal, I'll have to go from the low of day to the last meet. If I don't like what it looks like, I just won't draw it at all. That one's small. Let's mark that day as open. Good little in-between range pivot point. And then they have 165 to deal with as well. We'll do this. Supply of high of previous day high, and then we'll do the bigger time frame level plus demand. Doesn't hurt to include your bigger time frame levels, but that's everything we need now. Previous day open looks good. So now when we go through here, we have a little bit better of a positioning kind of look. So tech coming off of supports from extended hours. They have a level though to get past to move higher. Healthcare, or vice versa, they're leaving from high of day yesterday, moving down to an important level. Again, if this breaks, they could be moving lower. We did see those act opposite for a good chunk of the first part of yesterday. Banks doing the opposite of healthcare, same as tech, coming out of demand from the extended hours. They don't really have another level to get above. It looks like 3280 could be a good level. If you see that get pushed, could expect supply of previous day high to get tested. Discretionary is already above open, so Tesla, Amazon not doing too bad after the open. We'll see if they can pass 165. If so, Amazon, Tesla, Nike, McDonald's, Home Depot sector can definitely move higher. If you go to comms, this is your Google, Meta, Netflix sector. They're coming off of demand of previous day low. We'll see if they can surpass better levels. As you can see, there's a good resistance here they're passing right now. Good little support turn resistance, I should say. See if they can make it to 64. But all those, for the most part, getting buy reactions. And healthcare was dipping, but they weren't dipping too much, so it's not completely hurting. Whereas yesterday, when we saw tech, discretionary comms, all these pumping, you saw healthcare completely falling through the floor. Whereas right now, they're not completely falling through the floor. So you're getting a lot better of a green reaction on SPY as a whole. Yeah, Meta popped up to pre-market high. They're rejecting right now. We'll see if they surpass that. I think I see, yeah, because Google started lower. I think they had news, though, to be fair. Let's say Robinhood. It did. And I didn't update my SPX, so I didn't even bother giving y'all that link. Okay, now healthcare got a little bit more weaker. I'm gonna go back to SPY. They're at the open range breakout level of pre-market high. Instantly wicking. We'll see if they can surpass that. That'd be pretty impressive in the first 10 minutes especially. This is my favorite color you've had, your rectangle so far. Yeah, same. I actually changed it the other day, man. I was like, man, I'm so tired of yellow. Misi had a purple that I liked, but I didn't want to copycat, so I did blue. But yeah, that is not a bad color for rectangles. I won't. See, look how yellow is just like, eh. It is nice to have a good calm color in front of you whenever you're just kind of like lazily looking at this stuff. I would say you start to notice that more over time. Dondu closing his Home Depot swings for 70%. Round of applause, bro. Seriously. Let me look at that for you. Ah, nice. You got a really good pump first 5 minutes. Or first 10 minutes, I should say. Daily time frame, almost at a very important supply as well. So you sold at a pretty good time, because 312, even if it does go higher than that, is actually a pretty heavy area before the gap fill. Good job, man. Yeah, that's a really good move too, because they had a lot of consolidation. They have a higher open the next day, so a gap giving it momentum, and then they get the higher close. They don't even really need volume because they have the gap, so that's really good. Giving them a good little excess day. Good catch on that, Dondu. Dondu. Wicking back down, will they not close above? Oh, they just did ever so slightly. A lot of take profits at the very end of that candle. Good morning and happy turnaround Tuesday, team. Good morning, Sandollar. You're looking for a retest and gap here in a couple. Okay. The gap fill. Google very weak. That's a XLC weight. I see Meta's getting weak. That's another XLC weight. And Netflix has not exited an important area yet. So XLC is kind of concerning me a little. Let's see Tesla, Amazon. Amazon's weak. Tesla's really just not doing anything. They're actually just consolidating right at open. That's nothing with them. That's a half and half. Nvidia. Okay, those don't look that bad. Tech isn't that bad. AMD doesn't weigh enough to scare me. AMD is just a good stock to watch. I feel like no matter what size account, you should be watching AMD. It has such good moves on the bigger time frames, smaller time frames. It works very well with the levels. Even look at this small example. You know, the levels the other day were above pre-market high. The first target was 112.56. You know, it was 1 cent off. You know, and this shit happens every day with AMD. AMD just works really well with the TA routine. I don't know why. I don't really want to know why. I just glad it does. Previous day low, previous day close. I probably should have added those myself. Pre-market high. Pre-market low. Wow, that was a very tight pre-market range. See, that's like the original BB system right there. The original BB system that we used to, this is all we used to trade by. We would only take pre-market breakouts in the beginning of day trading. But we take, let's say this is like your pre-market range, you know, prices consolidating between here. And let's say your previous day, let's say your previous day high is way up here. Let's say your previous day low is way down here. The main trade that we would take would be from pre-market range to these levels. We would never exit the previous day range. We would always take most of our profits right there. And anything past that you could use as runners. But the trick though was to take your profits into that high or into that low. That was everything. Now, but you wouldn't get a pre-market like that every day on every ticker. You know, you just get it here or there sometimes. It wasn't always there. So definitely a treat when you do see that pop up. I'm gonna have to delete some of these. Yep. SPY closing outside of 433, giving buyers a potential chance of getting that pump that they're looking for. You said lowering volume candle on the 5-minute good call out. Tesla is very weak. Is Amazon still weak, or did they pick back up? No, they picked back up. What about Google? Google's trying. Alright, so the weak sector is trying to pick back up. Healthcare is trying to get uglier, so careful with that one. That could make the SPY push not as attractive. This is why a lot of people just like to focus on tech over watching SPY, because healthcare really is like a damaging effect of SPY. A lot of the time, I mean, not a lot of the time, but a good amount of time, you get like your tech discretionary comm pump. Your healthcare is going like the exact opposite direction, and it does damage the SPY push because it's the second largest weight in SPY. Healthcare, not as much as tech, not even close to tech, but still very heavy. Well, Apple did a really good push out of the initial range. This is kind of the BB system that I was talking about with you guys. Again, using Apple on the list today, above 186.15, made it to the first target already of yesterday's open, so that's pretty good. Nvidia, we'll see if they can get past that more. Nvidia tried to exit the range, came down after the literal first 10 minutes, and now they're back in range, so nothing new on them. I would change the breakout to 413 if you want to make that a little bit safer. That's your new high of day. Today's open, really good level of support, but still setting the 406.30s as your break below. Let's go back to our sectors real quick, see what's up. What's SPX doing? SPX is into the, is it the previous day open? That is. Alright, so we'll see if they can hold yesterday's open. Keep eyes on that for SPX. That'll show you who has control or not. Looks like buyers are wanting to take it if they can get past that. Healthcare is dipping lower. Nothing new on those. Sorry, checking Discord too. There's a lot of people on here too. Literally, like, Mel says, okay, grab some SPX, or Poots SPX. Literally within minutes later, they're already dumping, and him and Leland are scaling out. Good stuff, guys. Healthcare, nasty dip under 130, or 131, sorry. They wish they were breaking 130. Discretionary is just range trading. There's nothing wrong with that one right now. Same thing with comms, nothing wrong with that one. Financials could even be doing a bullish retest right here if they end up holding right there. Tech really needs to get over 168.75. That's yesterday's open and this resistance from a bigger time frame. They get over this, Tech is home free to move higher. If they do not break that and healthcare continues lower, it might not matter what these other sectors do. You might just end up in a very annoying range now. Gotta love sectors. You longed a SPAC for the first time since the bubble. Wow, that's impressive. I won't even ask you which one. Good luck though, Tobias. I know I was in that era of SPACs, and definitely crazy because there was a bunch of really good companies that got mixed in with that stuff. Kind of sucks, but yeah, all those SPACs ended up dipping under like 10, like literally every single one. LLD is a long-legged doji. That's when you have a small body, pretty much a non-existent body, and very long legs on both sides. This calls out for a candle that shows us that it's indecisive. They don't know who has control when you see that. Good times, 5 times my portfolio in those 3 months. Yeah, those were the days. I'm not gonna lie, I have my cursor over TOS so much when I'm streaming with you guys that whenever I go over to Discord, it kind of freaks me out when my cursor switches from, like, you know, this pencil with the cursor and all that and the lines to a hand or even just a mouse. It kind of like throws me off every single time now. I'm like expecting it to be a pencil when I switch it over to Discord too. I blame y'all. Yo, good job, whoever that was. Green Candlestick, he said he did an 80% entry on Meta. If you were in that, you were definitely up now. Oh, I actually did know that company. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, that is a good one. I honestly thought you were gonna say one that I've never heard of. Oregon though, no, I've definitely heard that one. Let's see their history. Let's see what kind of damages they went through back in the day. Yeah, see, look, the pump, they went up to above 10, and then the dump under 10. And now it's like most charts there. It's like it's either a huge falling wedge on like the monthly, or it's just a bunch of consolidation right below 10. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy though. Make your cursor a pencil all the time. Yeah, for real. Even on just on your desktop. At all times on TOS. Looks like 43.50 is a big one. 43.45, big one. Go down to the 1 minute, see if that lead test hit or not. Indecisive candle against it as a retaking the 9. Could be seeing a transfer of power here. See if they retake this or not. See if you get your lower highs. Lily, I don't know if you saw right when you typed in chat, I shared my chart. You were asking if anybody was watching Tesla. I shared my chart with you instantly. Because that was actually the one I shared with my lifetime chat today. In my lifetime chat, I share like one day trade plan a day. For like plans for upside, downside, stop losses, targets, all that good stuff. And today, the breakouts above 246 are below 240.20s. It's right up against that one. So it's looking to try to break out. I like this consolidation it has here too. Everyone's always like so scared when they see long-legged candles with like small bodies, but you should actually have some confidence when you see those. Because when you see that, you're essentially seeing just volume to the right, you know, and it's potential. What you're seeing is potential. You're going to see a move after those essentially, you know, and whatever that move is can possibly be the confirmation after that, because you're possibly seeing a transfer of power when you're seeing these candles. Indecision, a change in power. Then when you see, let's say, a higher close over a good resistance, that could be an added on confirmation from those candles to show you that buyers are not just in control, but are looking to go higher. So those candles can be like combination candles. I don't really know what you would call it, but that's kind of like how I think about them. That's how we talk about them in chat and stuff. And yeah, nice rejection from the golden pocket on the 1 minute. We'll see if they continue to make new lows or if they're just going to base out here. We shall see. Caught that lead test pops. 2 for 2 on SPY right now. Just quick scalps. Good stuff, Marlon. Good stuff, Mel. 5 minutes till data, so be mindful of that. Thank you, E, for reminding everybody. Don't flow in love. I think he's saying don't fall in love, like with your trade. Makes sense. Don't marry your trades. Just took profit on the lead test. Had a loss early on SPY. Filled 433 breakout, but put myself green on the day. Good stuff. And make sure if you're taking open range breakouts, I see you said you took the trade above 433. Make sure when you do take those open range breakouts that they are lighter size trades. Again, those have literally half the confidence amount than a retest entry. And since we pretty much only had an open range breakout, no retest, that's all you had. So, and also it was the first 10 minutes. So that's another kind of red flag to have ready for you. 5 minute though, 1 minute, both pulling away from lead test. We'll see if they end up making it to the base of this move to try and make new lows, or if they're just going to end up consolidating and retesting for a lower high. We'll see. A couple things can happen here. Okay, here I'm done for now. Good stuff, Mel. Happy for you, man. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys, if you have not already. It definitely helps out the channel a lot. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some of the updates, some of the information. Yesterday's stream, I would definitely go recheck that out. Friday stream, honestly, a couple of streams from last week that I did. Every single stream we did so far, I mean, I've been super energetic. We've been answering questions. We've been going over all kinds of different topics, non-stop covering things. So take time to go through those, and I know that they're very long, but skim through them. Seriously, there's a ton of lessons, especially after the majority of like the early morning moves, or on days where you know there was consolidation. If I stream that day, there's a good chance that there's a lot of breaking down of information there. So definitely try to go back when you can. I know that they're very long, but just letting you know. Day 5 minute. All right, so XLK is finally, they did break out above 168.70. This candle's trying to hold it. Healthcare made it to demand. They literally just sold off all the way from 131. Healthcare trying to hold today's open. That could be very good for bulls. Discretionary needs to get over 165. They made it to the next target. Higher low made on comms. They need to get over pre-market. Is that pre-market? Yeah, pre-market. Pre-market high. SPY just chilling like nothing happened. Holy. What the hell did they do? I just saw D-Touch's message. He said Neo is up 7% with a bullish kicker on the daily. That was literally 4 minutes ago. They're up 8.5% now. What the hell? Oh god, some numbers must have came out. Oh no, here it is. Oh, okay. I was like, damn. Alright, so where's Baba then? Okay, nice. They made it to that next area. Coin's still trying to move higher. Did Bitcoin keep moving? No, they're still against resistance. If that breaks out, though, coin is definitely flying more. Impressive, though. A lot of the Chinese stocks are up a lot more. China data seem to be doing good. Probably them adjusting their own stats. I think I saw I don't know if it was a meme or not. It's probably not a meme. But I saw a post the other day where it was showing China basically locking down headlines that were bearish. Like, you're not allowed to post bearish news, basically. Probably not a joke. I mean, it is communism over there, but still. That's crazy. Lower high on lead test so far. See if they flush from this one. This is where you see flushes from, or from these lower highs. If they can hold this base, though, that's very good for bulls. They can try to push higher and invalidate this potential flush. Very crucial spot for this buy chart. Nasty wick. Apple retesting previous day open. Good looks. Good looks. Good call out. Hell of a hold over it too. Closed over, consolidated. Good looks, good looks. AMD, beautiful consolidation. Microsoft also doing that too, Brady, but they're not above previous day open, which again, I'm just saying that because they are a counterpart, of course, in the tech sector. But it looks like if they can push above 334, you get your double confirmation alongside Apple. Nvidia, the tertiary counterpart, not as important as Apple, Microsoft, but still consolidating, so not hurting or helping. Looks like Amazon needs to get above yesterday's open as well. Tesla closed outside of 245.89 on the previous 5-minute candle. Didn't have rising volume over the previous candle, but still nice close outside of. We'll see if they end up holding out, trying to push, or if they're going to pull back down like we saw in that first buy push. Meta, really good bounce. Ever since green candlestick said 80% entry, that has had nothing but green candlesticks. Good call out. Netflix holding 416.70s. Trying to push outside of old demand. We'll see if they can make it to previous day open off that or not. Oops. They love rejecting that golden pocket. That's the third time since breaking down. 1, 2, 3. Spy being rude over here with the wigs. Now we have zero direction, but chart has developed nicely up and down. Yeah, it's Chop City. See, this is what you can call chop range trading, consolidation. The other day though, that was just uncalled for. Everybody was like, or not everybody, but you had people yesterday like, oh, yesterday's price action sucked. No, it didn't. Yesterday's price action was great. It was nothing like today. We were already broken out and moving higher at this point yesterday. Let's go through some weight, see if anything changed on that end. Tech did lose support of 168.70s. Healthcare is in demand, trying to catch some buyer reaction. Banks still just to the right. Discretionary did continue a little higher. They're also pulling back, similar to what we saw in tech. Comms made it very close to a very important resistance, also pulling back. So seeing a bit of a slowdown in a lot of the major sectors on SPY. Healthcare making it to a support possibly finally. And banks really just sitting to the right now. So what should be reflected on that then? Some red candles. Very nasty red candle here on the 5-minute. Rising volume stepping in towards the end. We got about a minute and a half before that candle closes. If they can get a close outside of that, 432 on that candle, that's going to be a very nasty pullback to 431.40s. And yeah, today they already had some news come out. We have consumer confidence, which came out 8 minutes ago. They had new home sales 8 minutes ago. Fed manufacturing index. That's most of the news for today. Tomorrow, you have PAL, wholesale inventory, retail inventory, international trading goods. Looks like the other confidence index comes out, petroleum report. And then Thursday, we got GDP jobless claim, pending home sale. Fed balance sheet. Friday we got personal income and outlay. Chicago PMI. Consumer sentiment. Consumer sentiment will be the one for Friday. And yeah, that should be it. And then that's not even counting any excess speakers that I did not have on that list. Which I've been trying my best not to report every time a Fed speaker speaks. I'm trying to only report when a voting Fed president speaks. That definitely has a little bit more of weight. They're trying to hold this on that 5-minute candle. Good job, bulls. They wicked it up. We'll see if they continue to hold 432.20s, but most likely flushing that though. Again, you're going to need to see a lot of consolidation here for bulls to keep control of that. That's a very nasty candle. They rejected a good area after multiple rejections, and it had good volume. And that's on the 5-minute. I'm not even on the 1-minute. This is the time frame you're supposed to be on with this. Well, for scalping quick moves off of it. But, I mean, 5-minute confirmation, that's disgusting. We might as well pull it back to... Yeah, they hit 432. If they break 432... I'd really like to see 431.40 tested. Really see double confirmation that bulls do have control of previous day close, previous day low. We'll see. They have not exited pre-market range. So keep that in mind. Good job, though, on the lead test, everybody. If you did take anything against these resistances to the downside, you should already be out of a majority of your position. Majority of the time, you're taking profits towards the 100% of that trade. Again, where it moves up against the retest, comes back down to the low of that move. That's where a majority of profits are taken. The fact you went to another area outside of that is even better, because now you're getting a little bit better of a fill on your premium. So I wouldn't be looking to just blindly continue holding. Would definitely take some of your profits off the table against either of those areas. How is everyone in the stream doing? Give me a sign that you're doing good or what you're up to. Let me know. Hopefully you're doing great so far this morning. Hopefully you're enjoying some of the updates, some of the information. Mainly just been covering SPY, a lot of the sectors that make up SPY, a lot of the weights that make up those sectors that make SPY. Talked about a lead test for a little bit. That's about it so far this morning. Again, just really here to provide info. If you're catching plays off of it, awesome, cool. If you're learning, even better. Ooh, they flushed that. You like your reads on the day so far? Good stuff then, King Carnage. That's what I like to hear. I don't want to hear that you're up big. I don't want to hear that you're down big. I want to hear how confident are you in how you were able to read the chart based on what you've done to the chart. Levels, what, whatever you have on there. Oh wait, my bad, I already read that. At work, listening to stream and watching a few names, couldn't resist. Chief, I have my sound turned off because I'm in a meeting, but coin and Bitcoin are cruising with volatility. Yeah, I did cover them for a few moments earlier just because I do like that. I don't really care about Bitcoin, but we have to watch Bitcoin to play Coinbase, like you said. But they're up against resistance, so I'm kind of chilling on that one. But I do like that coin is trying to hold outside of that range, which could end up being a really good move to the upside, another extended move. But I'm just not going to jump in late. I'm going to wait for a better play. Overall, though, I do like that a lot. Nasty flush on SPY. That also getting bought back up. They might as well send that back up to the top of this range, considering bears had every chance in hell just now to break lower, and they did not. So bulls having a really good chance of trying to take things higher. I'm going to remove this. Lead test is already finished. I'm just going to wait for more price action to develop on the screen. Might even switch over to the 10 or the 15 minute. See if we get a retest out of this. Thank you guys, though, for over 40 likes on the stream. Highly appreciate it. Be sure to check out the membership section here. Again, if you have not already, there is a ton of info here if you're a member of the channel. Loads and loads of videos for you. Also, remember there is a new video coming out today. There's a video coming out on Thursday, and there's a video being published on Saturday. I would definitely check all three. The biggest of those three is going to be the one that comes out on Saturday, July 1st. So make sure you guys don't miss that. Nice channel going down, and they're trying very hard to hold today's open, it looks like. I mean, they're not budging. Wicked under it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. See if they can hold under it, if they're going to try to push outside of this downtrend here, because you're kind of stuck between, really, I mean, essentially you're stuck between this. And I hate drawing trend lines, but I mean, it's clear as day. I like to use trend lines for bigger time frames on like for the outside. Let me make that make sense. So I like to use them for trend changes. Blank random TA. So let's say I see like a huge, you know, downtrend like this. Like this is more of what I'm looking for in terms of trend line. Like I'm just looking for this angle to break, and then I can look for retest. So once I see it break, of that break, like right here, like this is where my focus goes now. So if I can see in the future anything hold to the right of this, like in this example here where they hold it, made a higher low, then I can look for potential plays to the upside. Whereas when you're looking for plays to the upside inside of this downtrend, you're just kind of guessing at buying the bottom. You know, at any time it can reverse aggressively. At any time it can reverse aggressively, you know. So it's once you're outside of that, whatever broke outside of that down angle, that's what you need to focus on. So that's more or less of what I focus on in terms of trend lines. But trend lines are probably the most inaccurate, most obscured thing I've ever seen in stock market history, because you'll have somebody post this, right? I'll post this, right? You'll go draw this exact same thing on a different platform. It'll be different. You'll go draw this exact same thing on a different time frame on the same platform. It'll be different. So perspective is completely unique when you're drawing trend lines. So that's why I don't like drawing trend lines. They're not trustworthy. They're not something you can trust. They're very biased. Another thing too, a lot of the time I see people draw trend lines. I even see big traders with over 10,000 followers draw trend lines like this. You'll never believe this, but I'll see people draw trend lines like a pivot foot in basketball. And what do I mean by that? Who all knows how basketball is played, how your pivot foot works? Once you pick up the ball, you can't move your second foot. You have to constantly stay on that first foot, and essentially within a certain amount of time, you need to pass the ball or get the hell out of the way, right? That is what they do with their trend line. They use their trend line as a pivot foot. So let's say, like right here is a great example. People will draw this trend line and think that this is a trend line. That is not a trend line. Just because a low was made there does not make that a trend line. That was just made. This isn't anything that has been sitting here for a while. That was just done, right? So this can move, right? Because if a new low is made, then, oh, you're going to be like this. Then a new low is made, you're going to do this. A new low is made, you're going to do this. A new high is made, you're going to do this. A new high is made, you're going to do this. You know, you're constantly moving it. You're not really helping yourself. Again, an inconsistent variable. So that's why I don't really like trend lines. And you'll always see a lot of people who are big traders or people who are small wanting to become big traders. You'll see these are always the people who don't shut up. These are people who love to post on Twitter, who love to post everywhere. And it's not really in terms of helping other people. It's just to kind of grow their name. And a lot of the time, these people love to use trend lines to trick people into thinking that they know what the hell they're talking about, when in reality, they have no idea what they're talking about. And trend lines are not consistent at all. Another thing too is people don't use them consistently, you know. Now, if you use trend lines, I'm not beating you up. I'm beating you up if you inconsistently use them. If you're someone who's been using trend lines for years on end and that's all you practice by, more power to you. I can't beat up the consistent person. I can't. Anybody who does anything consistently probably has a really good system for it, because they've been consistently doing it over and over again. But that's my huge opinion on trend lines, and I never really break it down because, as you can see, it's a bigger explanation than just like I don't like them. You know, it's not that I just don't like them. There's a lot of reasons I don't like them. Very inconsistent. It just feels scummy. I feel like I'm lying to people when I post a trend line. It feels so shitty because it's inconsistent. It's so wrong. A lot of bigger weight charts breaking down. I see Apple's holding up pretty well still. Whoops, let me go to XOK. They broke back down. Possible bear flag under that 168.70s. If they can crack through today's open and make it to yesterday's demand, we'll see if they can try to hold. Similar to how healthcare just came down and held demand. There's another thing, like, people keep seeing these levels work. You know, you guys should add these supply and demand from your previous day low, previous day high. It doesn't ruin any of the information on your chart. If anything, it just gives you more information. Gives you more direction on what's there. Calm's holding outside of demand. Just on a slight upward trend. Now that chart's all messed up, just slightly moving up because you have Meta and Netflix not doing that bad. Meta really doing all the work. And then you have the exact opposite, Google going down. So it's kind of messing with the XLC chart as they slightly staircase up, but not at any crazy rate or anything. Eating up that options premium. Sheesh, I'm getting targeted. Nvidia will sit soon, 400. We'll see. They definitely don't look too hot. They cracked pre-market, did the fill. See if they can crack under previous day close. I can't believe it's only been an hour. It hasn't even been an hour. BB system goated. F them trend lines with the inconsistent. Yeah, a really popular thing is like trend lines and indicators and arrows. These are really popular for people who are just these are traders who are marketers more than they are traders. They want to get people into their group. They want to get people to pay them for certain things, which is just kind of depressing. If that's like your only goal in it, you know, if you have like no focus on actually helping people learn, grow, and there's many examples of these people all over Twitter, different social medias too, not just Discord, of course, there's other apps, I'm sure. Gotta give the people the tools, man. Possible lower high on SPY at 433. This could be very ugly for bulls because of this being a lower high. Just like we saw the bears fail to push lower, making it ugly for them. So we're basically making an ugly range for bulls, making an ugly range for bears, and now we're just kind of stuck between an even tinier range. I set a pretty tight range today, but that's even tinier. Thank you guys for almost 50 likes too. Appreciate that. And be sure to share the stream links around with your friends. These are, of course, all free to anybody who wants to tune in and watch. I will be doing streams Monday through Friday again. The only full day will be again on Fridays, as usual. Yeah, there you go, Dondu. Probably a good time for you to chill. I mean, you did a bunch of stuff with your swings. Now you did some day trades. Definitely don't want to overtrade, man. But good job getting that. Sad to hear your runner messed it up, but still. You did good, though, Dondu. I'm glad to see you being active. It's good. It's not always a bad thing. In your case, I think it's a good thing. Thanks, Bueller. These streams are gold. Appreciate you, Marlon. Thank you for being in here and being part of them. Yes, they are all the meme videos, really helping me see my mistakes thus far and why they were mistakes. Same, I'm done for today. 2 out of 2. Good job, Marlon. Tesla fighting at VWAP. Good call out by Lalit. Another thing too, Lalit and anybody just in general, I mean, this is a good example, but is also just being aware of the bigger time frames before zooming down here. A really good process that I love to do, an example I set for my chat, is starting out on the bigger time frames, you know, whatever method you use for that, and just kind of evaluating what's happened, what is possible, what does the daily look like it wants to do, and then zoom down to your smaller time frame levels and evaluate what you want to go for. And then you'll start to pick up on a little bit more awareness, a little bit more tempo on what this chart's possibly wanting to do for the day. Yeah, no drop here. I always start from the monthly down to the 5. Oh, okay, nice. So you really get the full picture of everything then. Good stuff. News be like an island with a population of 5 bans Bitcoin, and then it drops 6% in 30 minutes. Yeah, David, I did. I was just saying that I'm just going to be streaming normal Monday through Friday. Friday full day, of course. Like we used to. Just doing a full week of streams again. That nice break was nice, though. I won't lie to you. Having those Tuesdays, Thursdays off, that was nice. It was a nice, big refresher. David, Jesus. I actually read that as like a serious thing at first, and I was like, oh. So what do you guys think about tomorrow with Jerome Powell? Do you guys think we will pump? Do you think we will dump? Do you think we'll get no reaction? Do you think we'll get a bunch of indecisive reaction? You know, that's a pretty popular scenario here lately. Political theater? Yeah, pretty much. Just curious what y'all think the price action will do, though. A lot of mid. Possible lower high on Apple. New low for Nvidia. Could call out Mel. Buyers coming in on SPY. Looks like they are wanting to hold 432.60. They made a higher low above today's open after they held it here. Made a higher low from that move. So good bullish continuation from there. Now, can they make a new high of day? That would be a great sign from bulls. Sectors. So tech did go up, smacked 168.70s, rejected. They're consolidating still, didn't really move further away from it. If anything, they're kind of like SPY, you know, they kind of had that reversal, they held over today's open, and then now they're trying to build off of that. So not doing as good as SPY, but they're definitely trying. So is healthcare. They made that low, built a higher low, see if they can get over. Might be seeing sectors work together right now. Banks never even dipped low, so that's good. They held today's open, higher low and discretionary from today's open, and comms have just been slowly moving up all day. It's probably from Google having that initial weakness, and now they're trying to hold, with Meta still trying to push higher, and with Netflix not damaging that. So I'm going to assume other comm sector stocks are doing pretty well. Boeing does look really good for buy the dip as long as 206.88 is held. That's a really good level for shorts to step in. That's supply of previous day high. I like that one. How's everyone in the stream doing? You guys doing good? Just kind of slowly updating things as they appear. Tech is improving a little. SPX at that important 4350s area. Just waiting for that bigger move. I feel that. 3 out of 3 this morning. Now just paper trading. Very good practice, David. Patiently being patient. I love that. No faith in either direction right now. Thanks for all the content you've been putting out. No problem, man. I'm glad to help. Glad to do it. I can't wait for y'all to see the new videos, man, for real. Like today's video is okay. I mean, it's good. It's another fib video. Thursday, another just trade. It was an old Netflix trade. It was like a 0 DTE I did a long time ago. But the big video I cannot wait for you guys to see is on Saturday. I might even have to like tease it and just release it on Friday, because I'm not joking. It's that good. It's about a 90-minute video. It's a one-on-one between me and Blink, but it covers like literally everything. Like, it was a really good layout. You know, I don't think I've laid. I mean, the workshop number 11 video is laid out similar to it, but this had a lot more information in it. So I can't wait for a lot of you guys to see it. Getting a nice push above 433. Again, like I said, we already knew about the push 433. What we're looking for is a new high of day. That would really be what seals the deal for bulls to try and reach the next higher target up near 433.70s, maybe even in the 434 areas. We'll see. You've watched 11 so many times. Good stuff, man. That's probably what sets you apart from others then, David. Other David. David Ballard, and then we have David Gao. Apple does look better. I like that one. Whoever said that. Brady, good looks, good looks. I see the volume on SPY, and I don't see it popping at all. Sticky. I did like Apple's structure a little bit more, though. Tech about to anchor the ship. Track from here will be big. Let's see. XOK. Yeah, if they pull away from that resistance, that could be what drops SPY a little bit more. Also, healthcare slowed down. That's your two largest sectors slowing down. Banks against supply. Perfect timing. See if discretionary can maintain holding over 165. If they do pull back, we'll see if they can try to hold whatever the other level was. 164.40 is where they held their other retest earlier. So you have kind of an outside confirmation level besides that initial 165. And then XLC, big level for them is 94. Your Meta, Google, Netflix sector made it to a big resistance. A lot of the work being done by Meta today. Sorry guys, y'all probably heard a lot of typing. Before joining your streams, I didn't even know how or why SPY moved. Dude, I've had people ask me if SPY is the S&P 500. When it's literally right there on the screen. So trust me, man. Do not beat yourself up. We've all had our vanilla moments. Some of us have vanilla moments in grabbing calls when we're trying to buy put. Some of us grab 10 when we're trying to grab 1. Some of us don't know what SPY is. Some of us don't know how it moves. You know, we all have our vanilla moments, so it's always good to reflect and laugh at your old self. Yo, nice. 85 people, 58 likes. We got a good thing going here. SPY getting weak against 433. Again, just indecisiveness. No confidence behind the push. React, that happens a lot, and that it's insane. I don't know why YouTube does that. Even on my little preview menu, I'm not gonna show because it'd literally blind you seeing the, you know, like show you a million recordings. But even on my preview window, it'll within minutes. I'm not joking. Within minutes, my own preview, and I'm the person streaming, will not be on live. It's crazy. So constantly make sure you guys are checking that. I don't know why YouTube does that for some people and not others. If you haven't had that problem, probably not worry about it. SPY getting a good push. See if they want to try to make that new high of day. Noxta said, my vanilla moment is not knowing what CPI is. I replied and I said, it's okay. No one cared about CPI to the last few years. SPY almost a new high of day. New high of day. Bam, bam, bam. Wishka bam. They should make that to 433.70s unless a rapid reversal comes through. Your XLC is still struggling. I'm sorry, no it isn't. Okay, Google's just really making that look worse than it really is. XLC is not weak. They're pushing. Discretionary is holding. Banks still pushing higher into the supply. Healthcare trying to hold demand. And as ugly as tech looked, they are trying to push higher back into 168.70s. We'll see if they can push outside of that. Where the likes at, people. It's okay, React. I love these people regardless. These are my people, man. I don't need to be sitting here saying like my video every 5 minutes. Y'all do what y'all want. We're the greatest community without the likes. We're the greatest community with the likes. Who cares? We're going to keep kicking ass. We're going to keep growing, keep coming out with lessons, keep covering the same shit. I mean, you're not going to see me come out with like a MACD video anytime soon. That just isn't something that's going to help you. MACD's pretty useless. So we'll be going over tons of stuff over the next few months. Can't wait for you guys to go through more of the content. I really do hope you guys take the time to go through some stuff. And if you don't know what to start on, please reach out. There are plenty of times where people have asked. We've made little lists for people, and a lot of us already kind of know what a lot of the better videos are too. So feel free to reach out, ask questions. Discord on YouTube. Tons of people are here loving to help people. There's tons of people in this chat that are here learning on their own, but also at the same time happy enough to help, happy enough to, and not in terms of like they know what they're doing, they're going to tell you how it's done. No, they're just going to lead you down the right path. No one in my chat loves to hold hands. You're not going to experience that here. But everybody loves to at least lead people into the right direction. So definitely ask questions, definitely engage, definitely interact. If you feel like you're lost or something, people in chat will treat you right. Well, at least they better. Still holding new high of day so far. Stupid live button. SPX scaring my Nvidia poot, so I'm out 18%. Good thinking, Mel. Because you don't know, what if we do close that new high and they do end up pumping this? Who's to say that your position's not going to be completely screwed? And if it does reverse here, and you sold early, then again, you can't see the future. So I think that was a great decision, Mel. From a risk management point of view, because you don't know what's coming next. Good job, too, having the kind of awareness, one, to find good weakness on this chart, even while SPY has been pushing higher. Also having the awareness to do the opposite, to see that SPY is trying to get stronger and that you might need to exit this chart. So I'm very proud of you for not just switching charts from the beginning, but also at the end, being able to have that awareness. Good job, Mel. Awareness and tempo, man, that's everything. What was the tempo for the day? That we had some news coming out at 9, and that Powell's tomorrow. What was the awareness, being able to read the bigger time frames. We talked about that earlier a lot. And then like something like Mel just did, being able to see that, oh, it's getting weaker or it's getting stronger, and then if he's on a different individual weight, to get in or out of his trade based on that. Awareness, tempo, you need to understand these things. It is almost an hour and a half after the market opened. Even with SPY pushing that high, a lot of those individual weights still look kind of ugly, I'm not going to lie. Still just trying to see if they can hold above 433. Bullish control or bullish breakout has already happened. Now we're looking to see if bulls can continue to control above 433. You already have bullish breakout. You're looking for bullish continued control. Still just trying to see if they continue to control 433. They got the push above. We've seen the wick down. They've seen them wick back up. We just need to continue to see that hold, but you are in bullish control. See if they can make it to 433.70s. If they can surpass 433.70s and 434, then we can expect 434.50 area as a further out, further out target. See if I miss any messages. Nice little hammer. Is market open Monday? That's a good question. Tuesday, July 4th is when the market's closed. Tuesday, July 4th. I repeat, Tuesday, July 4th is when the market is closed next week. Confirmed by Bueller. So it looks like it is open Monday. Then that kind of sucks. We'll have a Monday market, but then we're off Tuesday, and then we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What the heck? Next week's gonna be funky. If I read that right. Hammer above 433, still holding. Damn, Dondu. New Hive Day SPY for half a second there. You said work is getting busy, so I want to get into more swings than do one day. That makes sense. Hey man, looks like you're practicing really well so far. I mean, Knox has been practicing for a while, and he's progressed very well so far, and, you know, he's a good example. You know, just keep working at it. So far, though, you look like you've been kicking ass. Plus, you have the help of, you know, other people in chat, too. You can get their opinions, see what they're looking at, get extra ideas to work with or follow as example. Definitely helpful. Alright guys, well I have some things to take care of. I think I am going to end the stream 30-40 minutes early today. I do apologize for that. We do have a stream tomorrow though, so feel free to check out today. Also, there's a video coming out very soon on the channel today, so make sure you catch that. Again, we have an upload coming out today, Thursday, and Saturday, so make sure y'all catch those 3. Again, do not miss today's upload. I want to see all of you in today's comments, seeing y'all say hi, seeing you react to the video, so I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys again for tuning into the stream. I really do appreciate you all. But have a great rest of your day. Tune into the Discord if you want to get more updates, interact with more people about trading, and just discussing what's going on with today's market.